So this past summer, we saw some pretty cool releases from Jordan Brand hit the streets, including the return of beloved OG classics. We had some pretty dope collaborations, as well as the return of some quote-unquote Jordan Brand grail. So that included sneakers like the Jordan 4 White Cements, cult classics like the Shattered Backboard Jordan 1s. One of Jordan Brand's premier collaborators, and Nigel Sylvester, he released the Better With Time Jordan 1 lows. How can we not forget about these Awake 5s, which stirred up quite a bit of controversy. A lot of people were mad about that drop, and then of course, we got the Undefeated 4s, Jordan Brand's very first official collaboration, which when you look back at these drops, like, I think this past summer is definitely gonna go down for the books. But when you talk about next year, I don't know. I just feel like 2026 summer, Jordan Brand's gonna have a pretty tough time topping what we saw drop this past summer, which thankfully enough, Z Sneakerheads, he's giving us a little preview of what we can look forward to when you talk about next summer, which I thought for the most part, we pretty much saw everything that's leaked so far, but it seems like we got a few little surprises up Jordan Brand's sleeves. And as you guys know, as we get closer to these dates, we're gonna see more surprises pop up. Everything's subject to change, but so far we can look forward to the Flight Club Jordan 1 High, which this pays homage to this old Flight Club, which was like one of these kind of like fan mail clubs, which Jordan Brand participated in back in the day. This will be something kind of like what I compare to like the Rare Air series, where we see Jordan Brand, add this theme to several different Jordan Brand releases. And of course, they're gonna be kicking things off with the Jordan 1s. We also got the Jordan 11 UNC Low. That's a dope one. If I'm not mistaken, the return of an OG patent leather on the Jordan 11 Low. You gotta love it. That's gonna be a good one to follow up the Bread 11s, which we just saw drop recently, is when you talk about Jordan 11 low tops. Here we have the women's Jordan 3 Orange Citrus. Now this one, I guess, is like a sample, which we saw pop up back in the day, which for some reason they're kind of bringing out the vault. I guess a cool one for the ladies. But I would have to say, as far as like a summertime drop, colorway definitely makes sense. We also got the Flint Jordan 13s, a beloved OG Jordan Brand classic. Like, this is one of them ones, you guys know, the Dallas Cowboys starter pack. You guys know all the jokes, the memes and everything, but this was a great pair of Jordan 13s, man. A beloved one that I know a lot of people are gonna be excited to see return, which it looks like Jordan Brand is kind of bringing back the 13 in a major way, including the He Got Game lows, which at first, we thought this was gonna be just the classic, true OG version, but as far as Jordan Brand chopping off the top, dropping these in low top form, I think this is a release which, not too many people are, of course, pleased about. We got the Mother's Day Jordan 11 low, women's exclusive drop, and then we got the Toro Bravo Jordan 4s. Now, this is one that's beloved by a lot of sneakerheads. This is not an OG release, but one of these new kind of retro colorways, which we saw debut sometime in like 2012, somewhere around that time. So this is one which a lot of people have rocked for years now, and have been asking Jordan Brand to bring these back. These have been teased to potentially come back for years now, and it looks like Jordan Brand is finally gonna do it. I feel like when you talk about this summer's releases, or next summer, my bad, this is probably gonna top a lot of people's lists. We got the white metallic Jordan 5s, which this is a cool one, kind of a play off the black metallic. Obviously though, with the white pair, not a bad looking shoe. That's gonna be a re-release, which we saw those retro as well. Not a true OG, but one that a lot of people have a lot of love for. Now, this is where things get interesting here. We got the Jordan 7, which they're just teasing right now, the color code. But as far as this one, who knows what to expect. It doesn't look like it's gonna be an OG pair, but just the fact that Jordan Brand is starting to play a little bit with the 7, I think that's great, because I think that's one of the more underrated classic Jordan Brand silhouettes, and one of my favorite when we look back at the Jordan lineup. And due to the fact that they haven't overdone it so much when you talk about Jordan 7s as of lately, I would say definitely one that I'm excited to see return. We got the World's Best Dad Jordan 3, which is like a pair which has some complimentary storytelling, which will be attached to it. Those are gonna be cool or whatever. We also got the Jordan 6 Cap and Gown, which again, just like the 7s, kind of cool to see Jordan Brand dipping into the 6s. As we know, celebrating the 35th anniversary, we should expect to see a lot of Jordan 6s releasing, including some OGs, as well as some new pairs like these Cap and Gown 6s, which pretty much all black pair of 6s. Can't go wrong with that one. And I just want to note that a lot of these images are actually mock-up photos, so let's not reserve full judgment until we actually get to see what these shoes officially look like, right? We also got the Ben Jordan 3s set to return as well. That one's going to be a little more elevated when you talk about premium materials as well as limited availability. The Jordan 12 Bloodline, that was one which I feel like nobody asked for. We were supposed to get those, I guess, like last year, but apparently pushed back, here till 2026. Nah, these one of those off-brand 12s. We also got the Jordan 1 women's high workwear. That could be interesting. We'll have to wait on that one. And then here's where things get real interesting, right? We got the Jordan 4 Nigel Sylvester. These ones are gonna set everything on fire when these touch down next summer. This year, you guys saw what happened with the Better With Time Jordan 1 lows, and with Nigel taking his talents back to a Jordan 4 with a play off the Fire Reds. People are definitely gonna go nuts for this. And this one right here, Summer Jordan 6 SP Free the Youth collaboration. I think this one out of everything dropping I'm most intrigued about, obviously due to the fact that Jordan Brand doesn't really dip into the vault for a pair like the 16s too often. But after checking out Free the Youth, this is some type of collective based out of Africa actually. So pretty cool, man. It's a streetwear label. Got some pretty cool pieces available via their site. And for Jordan Brand to bring them on board, representing Ghana, like I think that's a really cool look, and this one has a lot of potential. Now, based off the mock-up image, I'm not sure where they get the colors from and everything, but I'm intrigued, right? The mock-up, they look cool or whatever, but I kind of want to wait to see what these officially look like. But that's definitely one that's on my radar. So what else do we got? Another huge one, Band Jordan 1 low. Just like people are excited to see these Chicago lows return this year, I feel like the excitement is going to be just the same. Do y'all feel like people are more hyped for like a Band color or Chicago? Personally, I rock with the Band a little bit more. And then we got this Premium Essentials Jordan 1 low. Is that it? The Jordan 15. Now with this one, the 23 RE, I guess it's supposed to be like a redesign or something like that, which as you guys see, the tongue has changed slightly. It's a design change, which I don't know if I'm in love with. You know, I appreciate the OG details. While the 15 wasn't a model that I always loved, you know, it's one that I've grown to appreciate. And now that they're remixing them like this, it's like I can get on board with the color. Like the color looks good. Again, another one, we'll just kind of have to wait on that one. Ice Carmine Women's Jordan 4. Black Infrared 23 Jordan 4. That's a kid's pair. So wow, the Black Infrared colorway sounds promising. That one's going to be just reserved for the kids. And then the Flight Club theme comes back, this time on a pair of Jordan 1 lows. So as we look back at what's dropping, not even gonna lie, remember, a lot of these are mock-up images. We'll have to kind of wait on it. But comparing it to what we saw just go down this past summer, nah. 2026, not even coming close, not one bit. Like, for me, Flint 13s are cool. Again, like, right now, I'm not one to keep any 13s in my rotation like that. Toro Bravo 4s, I know everybody's gonna be excited for those. Again, that's not really my flavor. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I could get down with these white metallic 5s. Those are clean. Intrigued for these 7s, wanna see what's going on with those. Other than that, of course, the Nigels, everyone's gonna love them. That's no doubt. But these 16s, and these 15s, yeah, that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think.